Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you all of the music, movies, and TV shows that I watched and listened to over the month of November. So it was like a very good media month for me. I didn't watch a lot of movies, but all the TV shows finally came back now from all of the COVID stuff because it was postponed a little bit, so that is exciting. And I have some new music that I'm excited to share with you. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So starting out with music, I didn't want to include Christmas music because officially we don't really start listening to it until Black Friday, but I'm gonna wait till December to include it because I still feel like it's still like a little early. There's some new good Christmas music that's come out, but I'm not going to talk about it this month. But starting out, I first have Birdie's new, I think, EP that came out earlier this month, and I have two songs that I really enjoy in this one. If This Is It Now and Just Like a River Does. I think Just Like a River Does is really beautiful, but I've always loved Birdie. I remember her t-shirt song from The Fault in Our Stars, and that's when I was first introduced to her. But I also love a lot of her other songs, like Words is probably my favorite, but I really love these two new songs. I love the piano kind of ballad to it, and you just need to listen to it. Like, it's honestly like amazing, and it's just, I can just lose myself in her voice and the piano arrangements. Like, it's very beautiful. But Just Like a River Does, I think, is like lyrically and sonically beautiful. So I just like, it showed up on my like YouTube homepage that she had like, release some like live recordings of the new ones. So I was like, oh, I'll check them out, and I was like, these are actually very, very good. So YouTube has like introduced me to a lot of new artists. Like, I found Maggie Rogers through like my YouTube like suggestions page, so YouTube knows me very well apparently. So this one is kind of holiday themed, but it's more leaning towards the Thanksgiving side. It is a Thanksgiving song by Rector, and this was another one I found on my YouTube homepage. But essentially it's just talking about how Thanksgiving is different this year, and like, thank goodness we made it through, like, I think he says we made it through the longest year in history, and just kind of being thankful for your family, especially for us. Like, I haven't seen my family since Christmas because I'm originally from Canada, but they all live in Canada, and I haven't seen them since last Christmas. So this Christmas will be our first Christmas in America, so it's very difficult. And so I made like a montage of all of the videos I've taken over the years at Christmas, and combined it into like a little music video with the song playing in the background that I sent to everyone. And it just, I don't know, I think it was like a good, even though like I did it at American Thanksgiving because I discovered it a couple weeks ago and I missed the timeline for Canadian Thanksgiving, but I think it still kind of made its mark. So yeah, it's just like a really, I don't know, like, it's a kind of a bittersweet kind of looking back on this year and just being thankful for your family and friends and all that. So it's a cute song. If you want to listen to it, I think you can listen to it probably at Christmas. I put it on our Christmas playlist, so yeah. And lastly, we have the Folklore Long Pond studio recordings. Sorry, Tucker, stop licking your foot, please. Good boy. He's in my room. We have painters at our house, and he's terrified and contemplating his life existence right now. Now he's licking his forearm. Tucker, please don't. Good boy. He's giving me side eye. But basically, I was so excited when she announced that they were going to be releasing this. I was so excited because I was supposed to see her in Boston, like in the Pit, for her Loverfest concert, but obviously that didn't happen. And I've been obsessed with Folklore since it's come out in July. I've honestly listened to it non-stop since it's come out. Like, it's been on repeat in my car since then. And so me and my sister watched this together, and I really loved it. There was like, actually, like, this is me trying, I prefer this edition to the album version because that one isn't my favorite, but I enjoy this one. I also like the acoustic ones for Illicit Affairs. Mirrorball is another one where I kind of like the arrangement of acoustically more. But yeah, I was just so excited for this, and I'm happy it was on Disney Plus because me and my sister, like I said, watched it, and it was interesting learning how she's written the songs. And we were saying, like, it's totally crazy how she can like take like a melody, like just the music track, and then write a song all around it, or just like have like one saying and write a song around like that one thing. And it's just crazy. Like, her mind is completely different than mine. I have the very engineer, like, type A brain set, and so like people that are very creative like that, like, is just beyond me. So moving on to TV shows, like I said, all the TV shows that we were kind of watching live, I guess, have finally come back. So the Good Doctor has come back. I'm not sure, like, I think I like the idea of the Good Doctor more than this. Like, I still watch it, but I don't know. I think the first 2 episodes where they kind of did like frontline basically from like March to like a couple months into the COVID pandemic, I thought they did a really good job with that, and like how people are like, wear a mask, don't wear a mask, and all that. Like, I thought it was a very well done, and now they did like this is a post-COVID future, so I thought that jump was very interesting. But I haven't watched the last 2 episodes of like before the winter finale yet, so I don't know. But I don't know, like this show, like I was really obsessed with it in the beginning, so now it's just kind of one that I watch. Like, I enjoy it, but I don't love it as much as I did the first time. But I think because I didn't love like the Carly relationship, like I think like he's better with Leah in my opinion, so maybe that will change now, but we'll see. Like I said, I haven't watched the last 2 episodes, but been watching that. And then This Is Us, I'm ready for that family to break me all over again. That family is so exhausting, but I really love that show. It's very intense. I've watched it with my parents. My sister is behind, so we have to wait till my sister is not here so we can watch it. But yeah, that show is just amazing, very heartfelt, very well written, and I really love how they've tackled a lot of the kind of issue, like kind of present day, like dialogue in terms of racism, the pandemic. Like, it tackles all those things, and I think it does it really well. Next, me and my sister are really excited for Law and Order. We've been watching that as well. She hasn't been able to watch up like to the current seasons just when she was in Canada, so we've been watching them together, and I think the winter finale is tonight, so we'll watch that too. But I saw that Christopher Maloney is coming back, which is going to be really exciting, probably sometime in the new year, and we were super excited for that. So yeah, this show again has tackled a lot of the racism within police departments as well, and I think it's doing a good job of kind of taking that narrative and kind of presenting it in a way where, especially with Olivia as well, kind of tying that in as well, and kind of being like, no cop is perfect, and even the ones that we kind of idolize, apparently I'm getting a lot of emails, but the ones we idolize kind of have these flaws too, so I think it's important to talk about that as well. But so far I'm very pleased with this season. And then kind of the ones we've been rewatching, my brother just like out of the blue was like, let's rewatch New Girl. So we've been rewatching New Girl, and it's been a lot of fun. Like, I love that show. I remember when my parents were in New York for a book fair, and so I found, like, it was before New Girl was on Netflix, so I found like the first season at the library. So we literally watched the entire first season on DVD within 24 hours, and so that's what I think of when I think of that show. So it's very kind of funny kind of thinking about that. But yeah, I think we're in season 3, which I think is when like peak, like season 2 to season 4 is like peak New Girl, and then I never liked it when they brought Megan Fox in when Zooey Deschanel was like on maternity leave, so we haven't got to that point yet. But that show is so funny. I think Nick and Schmidt are my favorite characters, so yeah, it's just fun. It kind of takes your mind off of everything, so yeah. And then me and my mom and sister have been rewatching Gilmore Girls. We just got to season 2 actually, and I was just like, out of the blue, I'm like, I really want to rewatch Gilmore Girls, and so we ended up been watching that. And it's interesting too because the opening scene in the pilot is like the main street of Unionville, which is where I was born. So it's interesting because we were there when it was filmed, but I don't know, it's very interesting seeing that opening shot of Unionville in a town that I've known my entire life, like I know the back of my hand. So it's really interesting seeing that. And my dad hates Dean. Like, when they first show him in the pilot, my dad's just like, Dean. So apparently my dad, like, we all know Dean is the worst, but it's funny watching this now because I think I watched it for the first time when I was in university during my undergrad, and so it's interesting now watching it where I feel like I'm a lot older now and just kind of watching it from that adult perspective. I still think Paris, Emily are like my favorite characters, and Lorelai too are like my favorite characters, but Rory in the first few seasons is very like, you know, she's really cute, but she kind of gets worse as the series progresses when she gets into university and in the revival. So I don't know, it's good to, like, I don't know, now that I know, it's interesting watching it from that perspective. But yeah, it's just been cute kind of revisiting that, and it kind of just reminds me of home, and like when they're all the people like in the town are together, and it's like that seems so foreign now. Like even now, like I'm subconsciously like, where's everyone's masks? So it's interesting now looking at from like a 20-year perspective on that. So yeah, but like I said, we didn't really watch a lot of movies this month. My dad, out of the blue, on Thanksgiving weekend, he's like, let's watch Moana. And I was like, he suggested a Disney movie. My hard work has paid off, so I've slowly been converting them into Disney fans. They just haven't realized it yet. So my hard work is paying off. So we watched that. My sister's never seen it, so she actually really liked it as well. That one, the animation's just stunning in there, and I still, every time I watch it, I'm just like amazed by it. But it also has a very good story as well. And then lastly, like I said, we watched the Folklore Long Pond like studio sessions as well, which I was super excited about. We had to watch it over the span of like 3 hours because my sister, we watched it, and then her boyfriend called, and then my sister's like, I'm going for a walk, and then it was just like we watched it, and then we had to pause it, and then we had to watch it again. So like we watched it not in one sitting, but I was patient. So yeah, this was everything I wanted to be and more. I've kind of already talked about this and what I thought about it, but obviously it was amazing. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what some of the things you've been watching, listening to this month, and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.